The basis for our B stealth bombers came from German designs. They had a flying wing, and I believe some of their research was published from a German or Russian student came out with it. I've only seen one show about radars, or about comprehensive radars of multiple, basically the British, the US, and Japan and Germany basically developed radar independently and at about the same time. Now, the Germans had over a dozen radar systems, different radar systems, which could have been a problem because, instead of focusing on one or two, I don't know how many we had. And I don't know about the Russians. Then you have sonar, which is basically the same principle, but for ships underwater, or submarines, and I guess the surface. Well, our operators were having trouble hearing sometimes. They just get a bunch of noise on occasion, and they tried to figure out what it was, if it was equipment or what. Well, they called in a biologist, and he said, "Oh yeah, I know what that is. It's the ice cream truck, as the dogs would know it as." Back where I used to live, the garbage truck used to honk at us because the driver knew our caretaker cat. So he was honking at her. So this biologist said, "Oh yeah, that sounds like shrimp. Schools of shrimp as they snap, as I think they're mating, or at least together. When they get together in large schools, it interferes with the sonar." And she said, "Wow, our sonar is better than Japanese sonar." I don't know if that was true or not, but if it's confusing us, it'll confuse them too. So what we did with it was we parked our submarines in these shrimp beds or these shrimp schools to wait for the Japanese submarines or ships to come by. And they figured that, neither of them could hear them, but at least they could hide there.